I finished 3 books this week, so now it's time to choose new books to read. My process lately has been to pick 3 different books. So I pick one audiobook, one anthology, and one main book that I read, which is a novel or novella. And I just kind of have them all going at the same time. I'll read my novel novella mainly, and then I'll read anthology stories in between. And then the audiobook I listen to while making art, driving places, and doing things that I'm just kind of multitasking, playing video games, that sort of thing. The audiobook I chose, The Eyes Are the Best Part. I think I'm going to buy the physical copy of this book after I finish this and decide if I like it. I've heard some mixed reviews in some regard. I just really love the cover, and that's why I really want to buy the physical version of this book. This book follows a Asian family, 2 girls and a mother. The father decided to leave one day randomly after meeting someone else and gave the mother divorce papers that same day. So there's some grief elements here too, because the mother's kind of dealing with the fact that her husband just left and trying to take care of her 2 daughters. It's interesting because so far this story reminds me of my own mom. Because the mother, she cooks fish, and the eyes are the best part of the fish. She likes to eat them the most. And my mom is the same way. She loves the fish head, she loves the eyes. We're Jamaican, so, we eat all parts of whatever we're eating. And not only that, the mother, she was married to a Korean man, which is their father. He left, and so now she's telling her daughters, like, you must meet a white man, and they're going to treat you so much better, blah, 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 blah. The mother goes on to meet a white man, and so you see themes around Asian women and fetishes, which I identify with as a Black woman myself, and having a mother who has dated white men, and it's been similar themes. So I don't know, I'm just like, am I reading about my mom? But like in this book, she's of a different culture. It's crazy. Anyway, the spooky part of this, both daughters are grossed out by eating eyes, but one finally decides to try it out, and then she has this fixation on eyes, and then it just kind of snowballs from there. That's all I'll say about that. So my main book that I picked up, it's an arc that I have to finish and read, but I love Brahm, so I'm really excited to read his new book. I love Slewfoot, so I had to dive into this one and at least apply for it, and I luckily got accepted for the arc. He makes all the cover art and includes art within the pages of his book as well of some notable characters. This one has over a dozen artworks, I think, so I'm really excited to see what that looks like, which I won't be able to see in the arc, but I will see in the actual book once it comes out. The book starts out strong, I will say. I have started reading it. It starts in the 1950s. There's this guy who has a ring attached to his finger, and attached to that ring is a demon or the devil, something that possesses him to do terrible things. It's gruesome, it's bloody, it's gory in the beginning. Not overly so, but enough. Fast forward to the 1980s, our main character, Ruby, is the highlight now. She's doing community service for some crime that she did. I'm not sure what it is. One day she's helping her friend, I think, clean things out. Somehow she's sifting through these items and this ring clamps onto her finger. The story picks up and basically she has to save herself and others by getting the world singing. So it's a really interesting concept, not one that I've heard of. It uses her background as a musician, so I'm really excited to see how this pans out. The writing is very different from what I'm used to in Slewfoot. In Slewfoot, it's different dialogue. It takes place in 1666, and this one is in the 1980s, so there are more curse words. It's a little bit more raunchy in certain ways, more gory than the other books, so I'm really excited to see how this pans out. I have another arc to read, actually. This isn't what I'm currently reading in my trio, but just to mention it, it is Welcome to Nowhere, Ohio. So once I finish Brahm's book, this will be my next read, and I've heard great things about it. The only bad reviews I've seen are from other ARC readers who are saying the grammar is bad, grammatical errors, sentence structure, punctuation, and I'm like, don't y'all know that you're reading an ARC? Like, you're going to get that with an ARC, so it has me confused, but whatever. I'm really excited to dive in. This is a werewolf story. It takes place in Ohio, which I'm from Ohio, so we'll see how it is. Lastly, the anthology I picked out is by Nick Roberts. Y'all know how much I love him. His work is amazing. This is one of 2 books that I haven't read by him yet. Everything else I've read. And then aside from that, The Exorcist House Genesis is another book that's coming out on the 13th or 15th that I have yet to read. I love his writing, his storytelling. He keeps you engaged the whole time. So I'm really excited to see how much I like this one. And the cover is just phenomenal. So that's the novel, anthology, and audiobook that I'll be diving into for the next week. We'll see how long it takes me to get through it all. But yeah, I'm super excited.